Hi, welcome. So in this video, we're going to be discussing 2D mode of the walkthrough feature. So here I am in render mode, and because the walkthrough is an extension of this tool, you're first going to navigate to render mode. And then from there, you're going to navigate to create walkthrough in the top right-hand corner of your screen. This is also where the rendering button is located if you're new to the software. So when you click on Create Walkthrough, you'll have the option to create an entirely new walkthrough, or if you've already started one and haven't finished working, you can access that right here and click and continue to edit. So we'll create a new one today. Once you click there, you're going to be brought to this page that asks you to choose which density you would like. So high density and low density is really a matter of the amount of cameras that you're using. You'll see here that high density is going to use up 32 credits for the size of this space. So this number will change depending on the amount of rooms and the square footage. And then low density is only going to use 16 credits. And to the right, you'll see how many credits you have available to you. So we'll stick with low density since this is an open floor space, and we'll click proceed. Alrighty, here we are in what's considered 2D mode of the walkthrough feature. So you'll still notice that that pink bar will load. Once it's finished, then we can begin working. So in this 2D aerial view of the space, we will see all of our cameras that are available to us. This orange indicates that this is the current camera that's been selected. And you'll also notice right here in this box that we're getting a view of what this selected camera is looking at in 3D mode, which we'll discuss in the next video. So the software will auto place these cameras based off of where it thinks would be the best placement, but you can edit all of this. So to do so, simply click and select the camera that you'd like to move, and then go ahead and place it by holding down the left click on your mouse and dragging the camera out. Now that I've moved my cameras around the space, I can set a starting point for my walkthrough. So you'll notice that the default starting point as I hover my cursor over this camera is this one right in the middle of the room. But I think I want to start in the hallway and then lead my client through the space into this living space. So I'm going to start by clicking on this camera. It'll highlight orange, and then I'm going to go up to cameras here and select Set Starting Point. When I do that, it'll ask me to confirm by clicking Done. And now this is my new starting point for the walkthrough. You'll also notice here under cameras that I can select specific cameras. By clicking on the view here, it'll show the view here, which is 3D mode. I can hide away certain cameras so that it's not in use. And I can also name the different rooms. So you'll see here right now, it just says room and room, but if I go back over here and double click, I can name this living and I can name this hallway. And that will be reflected here. Alrighty, the next thing that you can do is set your lighting to match your renderings. So by using the sun over here, you can mimic the same settings that you have in your renders, and you'll see the rays of sun move as you look at this square here in 3D mode. You can also go up here to lighting, and if you haven't already watched the rendering videos, go ahead and take a look at those to give you all the specifics on how to set the perfect lighting for your render, or in this case, for your walkthrough. Same exact process. One last note about 2D mode for the walkthrough feature is just up top here. So let's say you've decided that you need just one more camera. You can go ahead and select Add Cameras. And you'll see that now a camera is attached to your cursor, and you can manually place it by simply clicking on any area of the walkthrough itself. So maybe I want to add one right in front of this credenza. I'll simply click. There we go. When we go into 3D mode, we will change where these cameras are pointing. So if this isn't pointing like right now, it's not pointing at the credenza, don't worry, we're just placing them, and then in 3D mode, we're going to angle them more accurately, okay? The next option up here is to simply reset your cameras to the default setting that the software provided for you if you so choose. Okay, so once we've placed our cameras, we've marked our starting point. I'm just going to click the escape key to get out of this camera cursor. And we've set our lighting. Now we're ready to head into 3D mode and turn our cameras around and get a preview of what our walkthrough will look like before it generates. So we do that by simply clicking on this square here, and that's going to take us into 3D mode, which will be covered in the next video.